Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And an alley to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line.
6-6, pull it high.
Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Shaw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On first down, it's Darnold. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. To throw is Darnold, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again. Darnold. Catch made. It's Moreau. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away.
We got over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
That one goes for 24 yards.
52.
On first down, Bass. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. No score after one on EA Sports. Now it's Darnold. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
This is fielded at the goal line. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Let's go, baby.
Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Darnold now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 25 on second down, Trubisky. This is intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Yo, son. Mike Bartu. Hey, pick your game up.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On second down, it's Bass. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
No gains on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 4-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
I'm scared.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And an alley to run. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now it's Trubisky going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Past the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. On the move to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Trubisky keeps it himself. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Check. Block 54. Here we go.
Trubisky going to take it on the sneak. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Mitchell Trubisky taking it in. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterbacks, so they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. And ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A big play there just before halftime. And even 70 yards. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Darnold from the gun. And he rifles one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Extra point safely through, and it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Tighten down. There you go.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to first and nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
Darnold on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On second down now, it's Bass. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first and 10, Darnold throwing deep for Stewart. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Let's make these babies cry.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A first down throw, Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Now Darnold. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
On second and 9, Trubisky going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Right there.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now first and 10. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Watch tight end. Hey. Hey, we ran, lady.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throwing deep for Stewart. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Uchenna Nwosu. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. They'll try the left side. Shaw. Space to maneuver at the 40. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
They'll run on 1st down. Bass. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
I know he ain't got it. Slam, slam, slam.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
On first down, Trubisky. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the run, watch.
They'll try the left side. Shaw. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Trubisky to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 21 yards there on third down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And got his man, complete. A big play there for the Dolphins. 53.
Ready? Blue,